Okay, good morning. Today we have got Oakmont back 9, and the teammates have done really well overnight. We are pushing for the top 40. Teammates have done a real good job overnight. They've kept us in good shape. And a lot of people struggle with Oakmont, so I'm going to do the talk through, see if I can help you out a little bit. So this one, the wind is going to play about from this five and a bit. You're better off left than right, so we will err on the side of that. That's about, there we go. And about 3 for the elevation, 105. It's going to play about that. That is where we want to be. I'll go a little bit long. There we go. Just the off ding there. Missed it a bit to the right. It's a fairly straight putt, this one. Short is not particularly good here. It leaves you a nasty bendy one. So let's just confirm that. I kind of like that read from there, but a little bit worried it might move a bit more from this view. And it's worth taking your time on this one on the first. See, this from here looks like it doesn't really move very much at all. That looks fine. From here, it is moving much more substantially. Now, some of that is undoubtedly the slope that we've got here. I think from behind we are seeing the ball coming sort of straight towards us a bit. We're seeing the upslope rather than the cross. From here we are seeing the full slope, so I think it's going to move a little bit more. Yeah, okay, let's go with that. Happy with that. Yep, it did. We had line dots from the back view there. You just sort of, you can only really solve that problem through experience. And you've got one set of dots doing something totally different to the other. So, good tee shot. That sets us up nicely. This won't do very much in the wind. It's going to be about half a grid. 3 for the elevation. I'll want to take a little bounce forward as well. Might just want to take one bounce forward. So 48, 51, less probably 1 for the wind and the bounce, 50. So we will just bang this one in there. It's going to play about that. Almost a slam dunk. That would have been nice. Pretty straight putt, this one. Yeah, we like that. That's lovely. Let's give it a whack. Now, interesting hole. This, you can make eagle here, 632 yards. It's downwind. We need a good wind. That is not a good wind. That is not a good wind. Needed a nice tailwind there. That's not good. We'll try and catch a ridge and hope for a good bounce. Come on, big kick. No.
That's a huge drive.
Yeah, we got a 20-yard bounce there or something, then we're back in business. But Now this one is a hole I've seen a lot of people screw up. You have a choice, right? We could try and run this up there, really sort of scamper it down the green, and if we get to here and run it up there, or you can just play to here. The danger is if you go in here, or in here, or in there, that is big trouble. That spells really big trouble. And there's no way I'm going to get close to that in 2. There's no way I'm going to get close. So we're going to play this sensibly, rather than trying to run it up 298 yards. I mean, chance of getting a heartbeat here is somewhere between slim and none. So we are just going to bang it up there into nice wedge country. Oh, gee, how did that go in the rough? It's only 20. Yeah, it's only 25, 30. It's not bad, but I have no idea how that ended up in there. A 3-wood just goes wherever it chooses to go. But this is not a bad place to come in from. So a little bit over here. I mean, in an ideal world, we get it sort of landing around about here and spinning that way towards the hole. That would be perfect. You can see how fast those dots are moving there. That's why you don't want to end up here somewhere where that is a despicable putt, especially on really quick greens. This is holeable. This is definitely holeable. The one dibble spin there. It's going to be about about there. May have pushed out a fraction. Yeah. Damn.
On the dance floor.
Damn. Look, we played it cautiously. We're not leaving ourselves anything horrible here. It's a hole just to make sure you leave yourself a shot you can get really close with the third. I know it's an eagle chance, but yeah. It's just not worth leaving yourself when you make par. Okay. So this one, I mean, obviously it slopes very, very sharply this way. This is a nice putt, sort of straight up the hill here. Anything here is bendy, anything up there. Depending on, if you hit it with full backspin, it'll often come down to a place that I don't really mind because it's close enough to be very makeable. So we're going to hit it about that. 193 plus 4 for the slope and probably deduct 3 for the, add 5 for the slope, 3 for the wind, is going to get us to 195. 195 is slightly awkward distance. About 97.5% full iron, full backspin. Go around the side of being a little bit big here. It'll come back, rip back towards us. Like that. You've got to be confident with downhill nasty ones if you go aggressively at this one, but practice makes perfect. You will get plenty of them. So again, a one just to take your time over. There's a lot of, you'll get a lot of these at Oakmont. notorious for these slippery, nasty greens. I'll just check I haven't got a note on this. I have a feeling this might want to dive on me. No. Just going to move that along a little bit. No, I think that's okay, right? There. Ram it in. Okay, nice hole coming up. Now, in an ideal world, I will not put this on the green.
That's
Perfect.
a huge drive.
Yeah, the front of the green here, you end up with a putt of about 120 feet, which is great if you hold it, but I haven't done so yet. So it's going to move about that. That would do. Slightly. What we're going to do with this, I think we just hit this nice and flat. About 78% is my guess. I have to be careful. With a 60 degree, it's a slightly different meter speed to everything else in my bag, and I often hit a little bit late. You've seen me do that twice so far already. I think if we hit the ding there, that could have been very interesting.
That's a huge drive.
Okay, awkward wind this one. It's going to play about, it's a tailwind. Tailwind is not full 100% wind. Probably going to play about 7 of wind. I'd rather miss slightly right than slightly left. Slightly left, you get some funny little places. 9, and that is probably, it's about a 30% wind, right? Nearly 3. 142 and a bit by the time we take the elevation into account. So what we will do is we will just go a slight couple of ticks off full backspin A time. We said this is going to go about 7, right? That's 7.5. There. Bang. Got the heartbeat. Oh dear. That flew 5 yards further than we thought. Must have misjudged something. Must have been the wind. It is a hole I've found does some weird things sometimes. It does just sometimes go where it pleases. There's a couple at Olympic do that too. So this, and the trouble with this one, you can see this dot moving. The dot I'm looking at is the one right next to the ball here. You see that diving across to the left. And that can pull it a long way offline to start with, which is obviously not ideal. You can see why with this brown looking slope there. It should come back a fraction at the end. But by then it might be too late. So I don't think that's enough. I think we need to hit it a bit further out. Yes. So it's going to play about, I'm going to hit this about 6. Maybe a fraction more.
Great roll.
Tricky hole navigated. Another tricky hole coming up. So that is about a 70% wind. Maybe a little bit, no, a little bit more. I mean, it's coming down. Yeah, it's about right. About 8 of wind. So going to play about 228. 228 is, again, an awkward distance. It is about a third of the way from this dimple to that one. That'll be half, that'll be about a third, right? Okay. And it's going to be about over there. That looks perfect. Go. Just pushed it a fraction, but that's not a bad putt from that. Again, it looks like it wants to move more. Well, then maybe I would have thought. It's uphill, so it's going to be going at a fair old clip. Just need to be careful to give it enough. I kind of like that. I kind of like that line. Ooh. Okay, good putt. We did what we wanted. We misdinged it slightly into the break, and it still missed. So can't blame the execution. Just misread that a bit. Okay, crucial hole. Crucial hole. So the first job here is to judge the real wind direction, because that is going straight at that 240-yard marker up the fairway there. That is not where we're going. We are going well left of that, straight at the green. So wind never touches this as much as you might think. It just doesn't. The green's a long way above you. I think this is going to be, I mean, you can see from there it's slightly more of a crosswind than the tail. There it looks like it's cross, but if you sort of have us aiming over there, it's going to be, it's more of a cross than a tail, that's for sure. That would be, I think, you can't go here. This is, well, that's okay, you can chip in from there, but this bunker is terrible. Over the right here is not so bad. It will roll this way towards the hole. If you can avoid going up here, that's cool. It's a difficult putt to hole from there. So in this sort of area here would be our objective. So I'm going to play this about there, which should hopefully have it coming in just ever so slightly right at the hole, to roll to the left. Downwind it will want to run. That's not ideal here because the green is well above you. It will want to run at the best of times. So 299 yards plus about 14 for the elevation is 313. Deduct about 5 for the wind is 308. And we are going to allow it it's going to run a little bit as well. So I'm going to play this, I'm going to try and play this about 302. About 302. Driver can go wherever it pleases again. It just chooses to go whatever distance it wants. But we will err on the side of being slightly short and hitting it there. Now, come on. Don't be left. Don't be left. It's going to go onto the fringe, into the rough. That might even be in the rough, yeah. Just misdinged it a fraction, didn't I? And that's going to make our life a lot harder to make the eagle. This is extremely makeable. It's an extremely makeable pitch, this one. Just need a bit of luck. Land around here and just oh, I thought we had that one. I had it. I just got a little extra bite of rip. So I took it to the right. Damn! In a clash on a superpass, you have to make those eagles. That's our only real chance on this 9, and that's annoying. There's 50 points. Just propels you past the opposition so much of the time.
Good ball.
Now this is a very difficult hole. Hitting a long shot in. Right. Hitting a long shot in there. It's about 5 or 6 of wind, and we've got almost 7 of elevation. I'm going to play. A little bit short is better than long. Long is a horrible putt. So I'm going to assume that this is 6 and 5 of wind. They're on the side of being about a yard short. 191. Again, slightly right is better than slightly left. It's a horrible putt from either side, but this is despicable up here. It just kind of rolls all the way down there. So I will err on the side of being a bit to the right. There we go. So 191 we said, which is about there. Hit the ding. Should be good. Perfect. Just, we said a little bit short right. Yeah, it's nice when things work out. And you can see that's a pretty decent putt, especially for this green. I mean, this is just horrendous. Holes cut on the side of a mountain there. You can see the brown bit. Right, just give this a whack. Should do the job. 8 under par. Maybe we gave away shots there. We got robbed a little bit on the par 3, didn't we? We played that pretty well and got no reward at all. And yeah, the short par 4, number 17, almost made the eagle. Didn't quite. 202. That's respectable though. Missed a fairway somewhere. Oh, don't we miss a fairway? The 17th. They're not giving us a fairway for hitting the edge of the green. Distance to pins, pretty cool. Putts per hole, yeah. 1.1 is good. Let's see how that leaves us. Yeah, we've knocked their 2 super passes well down the board, and how are we doing in the awards? So 54-yard shot. I mean, we got very close to holding a few full shots there, but I don't think any of them were 54 yards. They're all a little bit less than that. Vernon with the long putt. Everything else, sand saves is quite tight, right? Birdie or better were well ahead. Green and regulation were well ahead. So really after a long hold shot is what we need for the awards. But this is looking pretty good. We've only played one Super Pass, they've played at least two. Okay, hope that is useful, and thank you for watching.